Welcome to Warn. Today news is: Russia offers MiG-35 fighter jet along with after-sales service center in India for maintenance of the Mig-29. Vice President of the United Aircraft Corporation for Innovation said that Russia will open an after-sales service center in India for maintenance of the Mig-29 fighter jets. Russia will open an after-sales service center in India for maintenance of the Mig-29 fighter jets, Sergey Korotkov, the Vice President of the United Aircraft Corporation for Innovations, said Friday. "We offer the contractual after-sales service to our foreign clients. Beside the delivery of the aircraft, we are ready to create the maintenance centers on the territory of the client. Such a center to service MiG-29 jets is expected to be opened in India in 2017, Korotkov told reporters. The MiG-29 fighter jets, developed in the Soviet Union in 1980s, are currently used in 29 countries across the world. Russia is ready to offer its advanced Mikoyan Mig-35 fighter jet to India, Russian Vice Premier Dmitry Rogozin said on Friday. A military and industrial conference will be held in India in spring to discuss the deliveries, repairs and maintenance of Russian weapons, and also the efforts to set up joint ventures as part of the Make in India concept, the Vice Premier said. In this connection, we're also ready to offer this machine MiG-35 for the Indian Air Force. No doubt, the talk will be about this, Rogozin said. Russia's United Aircraft Building Corporation held an international presentation of the most advanced MiG-35 fighter jet in the Moscow region on Friday. The plane's flight tests began on Thursday. The MiG-35 was among the bids at India's MMRCA tender for the delivery of 126 fighter planes. At that time, Russia lost to France's serial-produced Dassault Rafale. However, after many years of negotiations, India decided to limit the purchase of French aircraft to 36 machines. Mikoyan MiG-35 in full details, specifications, performances, weapons, sensors. The advanced Mikoyan MiG-35, NATO reporting name, Fulcrum F, multi-role fighter has started its flight trials, according to United Aircraft Corporation, UAC, President Yuri Slyuzar. The flight tests of the MiG-35 advanced fighter have begun, he told Russian President Vladimir Putin during a session of the Military Industrial Commission, MIC. Slyuzar said the aircraft was to be unveiled to potential foreign customers. Hopefully, the aircraft will sell on foreign markets well. There has been keen interest in the aircraft already, the UAC president said. Hopefully, the orders we will be awarded by the Defense Ministry and foreign buyers will keep the manufacturer busy, he added. The plane has been covered by the draft state armament acquisition program and slated for production from 2019. Slyuzar noted that all of the fighter's systems had been developed and made in Russia. The MiG-35 and its twin-seat version, the MiG-35D, are designed for dealing with aerial and static and moving surface threats in any climate and weather. Both aircraft share the design, avionics suite and weapons suite. The pilots of the MiG-35 multi-role fighter family can use the two-seater as combat trainer. The MiG-35 and MiG-35D's feature setting them apart from the rest of the MiG-29 family is the fifth-generation information and targeting systems integrated with their avionics suite, Russian and foreign-made weapon employment capability and enhanced combat stability achieved owing to sophisticated electronic warfare, EW, gear. The MiG-35/35's design is grounded in the solutions implemented in the MiG-29K/KUB carrier-borne multi-role and MiG-29M/M2 air superiority fighters. They include an increased payload on 9 hardpoints, an increased fuel load, the mid-air refueling system and buddy-buddy refueling capability. The advanced fighter's airframe and key systems have corrosion-resistant protection meeting the standards applied to carrier-borne aircraft, which contributes much to the type's operation in adverse climes. The MiG-35 also features a reduced radar signature and has the 3-channel digital integrated quadruple redundant fly-by-wire control system. Special attention was paid to enhancing the MiG-35's operating characteristics, in particular, the airframe, engine and avionics reliability and airframe service life extension. According to MiG Corp, a subsidiary of UAC, the MiG-35's flying hour costs almost 2.5 times less than that of the Mig-29. A set of technical and technological self-contained basing solutions, including the inbuilt oxygen generating unit, have been worked out for the Mig-35 and Mig-35D. The normal takeoff weight of the Mig-35 stands at 19,200 kilograms and Mig-35D 19,000 kilograms, with the MTOW of both versions being 24,500 kilograms. Their maximum speed equals 2,100 km per hour at high altitude and 1,400 km per hour above the ground, and their service ceiling accounts for 16,000 m. The combat radius of the MiG-35 single-seater carrying air-to-air missiles and 3 drop tanks is 1,000 to 1,400 km depending in its altitude and weapons fit. When loaded with air-to-surface munitions and 3 drop tanks, the fighter has a combat radius of 800 to 1,100 km. The MiG-35D 2-seater carrying air-to-air missiles and 3 external tanks operates at a range of 900 to 1,300 km away from its base, 750 to 1,050 km, if outfitted with air-to-surface weapons and 3 external tanks. The maximum operating G-load of both fighters is 9 grams. According to MiG Corp, the Mig-35 and Mig-35D's avionics suite includes the OLSK pod look-down electro-optical, EO, target acquisition system spotting ground threats either independently or using the target designation fed by the targeting/navigation system. The OK handles target lock-on, auto-tracking, ranging and illumination as well. The avionics also includes the MSP 418K compact active jammer pod. According to MiG Corp, the MSP 418K from TSNIRTI is designed for individual protection of the MiG-35/35D against current and future surface-to-air missile (SAM) systems and aerial threats by means of active electronic countermeasures (ECM). The MSP 418K can easily be integrated with the rest of the Fulcrum family. The MSP 418K embodies the digital radio frequency memory (DRFM) technology and weighs 150 kilograms. It can be carried on any of the 9 hardpoints of the MiG-35 family's fighters. The MiG-35 and MiG-35D are furnished with the Fazatron NIIR ZUCME or ZUC-AE multifunction radar operating under any weather conditions, in the look-up/look-down and head-on/pursuit modes and in natural clutter and ECM. The ZUCME multimode slot array radar automatically tracks 10 targets and paints the 4 most dangerous of them for attack. The radar spots an airborne target with the 5'M radar cross-section, RCS, at a distance of 120 kilometers. The ZUCME aligns the fighter's navigation aids with the use of ground reference points and supports NAP of the earth flying. The ZUC-AE radar boasts active electronically scanned array, AESA. It has the 30 aircraft multiple target tracking capability. The radar prioritizes the threats and designates 6 of them simultaneous for the fighter's missiles to engage. The ZUC-AE detects hovering helicopters, jammers, moving and static surface targets, maps the ground and supports flying in terrain hugging mode. The Radio Electronic Technologies Corporation, CRET, a subsidiary of Rostec, unveiled its ZUC-AIM AESA radar at Airshow China 2016 in Zhuhai. The cutting-edge multifunction AESA radar is designed to equip the MiG family's multi-role fighters, including the latest Mig-35. The ZUC-AIM possesses the beyond visual range, BBR, engagement capability, tracks 30 targets at a time and illuminates 6 of them simultaneously. 4. If they are ground targets, Yuri Guskov, Director General of Kret's subsidiary Fazatron NIIR, told TASS at the air show in Zhuhai. According to Guskov, the Zuk-AIM is effective in all weather and in ECM-heavy environment. It can simultaneously operate in look-up and look-down modes, identify and classify multiple and single targets, attack several of them at once with precision-guided weapons, share the information about the tactical situation with other aircraft and jam enemy radars. The Zuk-AIM is made of sophisticated electronic componentry. Its transmit-receive, TR, modules are made of light high-temperature ceramics with the use of the 3D technology. This allows a reduction in the thickness of the AESA itself to about 10 cm together with the power supply sources and control units. The radar consists of 3 units, the AESA, synthesizer and computer system. The Zuk-AIM is far more advanced than the current radars are now. The radar's performance has been boosted by about 50% as a result of consolidating all technological strengths in the AESA. The overall weight of the advanced radar is around 100 kilograms. While the Mig-29 can attack targets out to 180 kilometers, the latest Zuk extends the engagement range to 260 kilometers, Fazatron NIIR's general designer emphasized. Fazatron NIIR's latest development is far more high-tech than the preceding version, while the solutions it embodies allow resolving such problems as broadband operation and conformity further down the road. The upgraded Zuk radar has been given the green light for export. The Mig-35 and Mig-35D advanced fighters are fitted with the targeting/navigation system and OLSUEM forward-looking infrared, FLIR, sensor from Precision Instrument Systems JSC, ensuring look-down target attack against the backdrop of the ground, sea or clouds. The OLSUEM comprises several units, including the optical/mechanical, data processing, processor and driver control units. The FLIR acquires aerial and surface targets in the medium infrared and optical regions of the spectrum and paints them for missile attack. It is fit for equipping all of the aircraft in the MiG Corporation's latest commonized fighter family, the Mig-29M/M2, Mig-29K/KUB and Mig-35/35D. The Mig-35 and Mig-35D are afforded the ENSC-COS helmet-mounted target designator/display and VHF/UHF/HF communication, data link and encoding gear. The multi-role fighters of the type carry the L-150M-02 Electronic Intelligence, ELINT, system from TSKBA, Central Design Bureau of Automatic Devices. The ELINT system alerts the crew to the fighter being illuminated by hostile fighter radars or SAM system radars. The Mig-35 and Mig-35D also have the missile attack warning system in the fuselage nose section, aft cockpit bay and air intake, anti-radiation missile control and designation system, chaff dispensers and B-29K automated technical diagnostics/flight data recorder system from Avioptimatica. The latter consists of the BSOI-29K-01 data gathering and processing unit, ZBN-29K-01 ruggedized flight data recorder and EBN-1KD Series 1 parametric flight data recorder. The Mig-35 and Mig-35D also carry the SVR-2M1K video monitoring/recording system from ELSI. The system comprises the SVS-29 television camera, ICU-29 interface converter module, VD-29 video controller/multiplexer, drive, 29 flight recorder and RMM-12 portable storage device. On the customer's request, the plane can be fitted with extra foreign-made airborne equipment. The MiG-35 multi-role fighter will carry the BINS, SP2 Advanced Navigation System, an adapted version of Kret's navigation system equipping ship-based aircraft, Kret First Deputy Director General Igor Nasenkov said. According to him, Kret has released the LINS 100R systems design documentation, with the system equipping the Mig-29K/KUB carrier-borne fighters. The Mig-35 will have an adapted version designated as Benz SP2. The navigation system is noiseless and ruggedized and needs no maintenance. Its adaptation to the Mig-35 was to be completed in summer 2016. The weapons suite of the Mig-35/35 includes the R-77, NATO reporting name, AA-12 Adder, medium range, and R-73, AA-11 Archer, dogfight missiles. The multi-role fighters can strike surface threats with the KH-31P, KH-31 Park, AS-17 Krypton, KH-35E, KH-35UE, AS-20 Kayak, and KH-38 MLE air-to-surface missiles, CAB, 500 KR, OD, smart bombs, and a broad spectrum of dumb munitions. The aircraft are outfitted with the 30mm GSH-30, one automatic gun. The payload on the 9 external weapons stations weighs 6,500 kilograms. The single-seater and two-seater can carry 2 drop tanks under wing and 1 under the fuselage and are furnished with the in-flight refueling system and PAS MK buddy pod. The sophisticated Russian fighters are powered by a pair of Chernyshev-produced RD-33 MK engines with a test bench thrust of 9,000 kgf each. The engine features modular design, enhanced reliability and thrust, a smokeless combustor, FADEC control system, and extended service life. The Mig-35/35DS engines can be equipped with the 360 deck swiveling nozzle on the customer's request. The thrust vector control, TVC, afforded by the swiveling nozzle gives the fighter an edge in dogfights. The power plant, comprising 2 RD-33 MK TVC engines, was tested on the Mig-29 MOVT, side number 156, prototype aircraft. Parachute Research Institute Director General Dmitry Tretyakov told TASS that the institute was developing braking systems for multi-role fighters of several types, including the Mig-35. We are running several development works for aircraft applications, the braking systems to fit the Mig-31 Foxhound, Mi-35 and Sukhoi T-50. Some of the systems have been issued Letter O after their design documentation had been modified in the wake of the initial tests of the prototypes, Tretyakov said in December 2016. MPO Rumyansafe, a subsidiary of Technodynamika, started the delivery of emergency pumps for MiG Corp's multi-role fighters in October 2016. The NS-58 emergency pump was productionized under the Import Substitution Program. The NS-58 is a hydraulic transformer designed to supply the operating medium under pressure to the aircraft's hydraulic-powered control system in an emergency. By pumping the operating fluid into the hydraulic system, it enables the aircraft to retain its controllability when its main pumps fail. The NS-58 equips the Mig-29 SMT, Mig-29K/KUB and Mig-35/35D. Previously, it was made in Ukraine. UAC General Designer Sergey Korotkov, dual-hatted as Vice President for Innovation, believes the Mig-35 multi-role fighter features a high degree of exportability. We are developing new aircraft that will be far superior to the current ones. Soon, we shall unveil the advanced aircraft, for example the Mig-35, which are very relevant worldwide and in possession of huge capabilities, Korotkov said during the presidential awards ceremony in the Kremlin in September 2016. Russian Vice Premier Dmitry Rogozin ordered the lessons learned from the Syrian air operation be considered when the Mig-35 multi-role fighter enters production. and experience has been gained from using combat aircraft in the Syrian Arab Republic, and the Defense Ministry has recently held a meeting to discuss it, with the leaders of the Military Industrial Commission attending. Therefore, please, submit your proposals for applying the Sukhoi fighter family's Syrian operational experience to the MiG-35 after you complete the MiG-35's development. Your proposals are needed so that we do not have to improve the advanced aircraft during its tests and operation, taking into account everything now instead, he said at the Aviation Development Meeting in October 2016. Rogozin explained that he meant various situations from combat search and rescue to more complex things, for example visibility, radars and other threats that may crop up on mission. The Vice Premier also called for looking into weapons under development for adding to the MiG-35's weapons suite. He suggested consultations with the air crews, who are veterans of the Syrian campaign, and Russian Air Force, RusAF, commanders to make the aircraft superior to the US and other analogs and able to handle contingencies in fluid, complicated battle space. The MiG Corporation has been awaiting the RusAF to order the MiG-35 for years. Deputy Defense Minister Yuri Borisov said the military was due to receive 30 aircraft before 2020. Later, Russian Aerospace Force Commander-in-Chief Viktor Bondarev said the fighters' fielding would commence in 2018. Thanks for watching. Please like and share. Please comment your opinion for this news. Press subscribe button for auto update to you regarding my channel World Action and Reaction News. Warn.